The Saudi Arabian terrain is coming into its own at the 42nd Dakar Rally. Majestic mountains surround incredible canyons, providing the perfect backdrop for the world's toughest race. Toyota Gazoo Racing's Nasser Al-Attiyah and his co-driver Mathieu Baumel took to the environment well as they initially finished stage 3 in second place.
For Nasser, I think a consolidation day. The conditions weren't easy, just had one puncture today, still very much in the game, but he was very, very careful in the difficult parts and the rocks and the mountains. So I think to lose 3 minutes to Carlos in those conditions, it's okay.
However, hours later the pair was hit with a 3-minute penalty for failing to move over for overall leader Carlos Sainz. As a result, Al-Attiyah and Baumel dropped down to 5th place for the day, meaning that Fernando Alonso and Mark Coma were the team's best drivers, finishing the stage in 4th place.
I felt wrong. I felt wrong, to be honest. I think Nasser, Ginil, they are fighting for the Dakar. So I'm hopefully not the fastest Toyota in any other remaining days. Hopefully they can have good stages. I lost so much time in stage 2, so I'm here to help the team in anything they may need in the future in the next stages. And let's see if we can win.
It's okay. We respect the rule, because when the change, it's a new change in the GPS, doesn't show the number of the car, and it was show the distance, and Matthews was confused, and he said it's only bike.
Yes, for sure, it's never good to have a penalty, but what I can do is my mistake. We pay the price, and now it's 3 minutes. It's like 2 punctures less, and we will try to push a little bit more to make less mistake than the other to get the good place. I don't know what you want me to say.
After spending 2 days in Neom, competitors welcomed a change of scenery as they headed into stage 4, a 453-kilometer journey from the future city to Al Ula. The route was expected to deliver equal parts sandy stretches and gravel sections, while some arduous navigation required some clear choices. Al-Attiyah and Baumel rebounded brilliantly from their stage 3 error to take the fight to overall leader Carlos Sainz. While the man nicknamed Mr. Dakar, Stefan Pederhansel, won the stage, the Toyota Gazoo Racing pair tore through the terrain. They finished the stage in second place, but more importantly, ended almost 5 minutes faster than Sainz, to close the gap at the top of the standings to just 3 minutes and 3 seconds.
Yeah, it was a good day for us, and I am quite happy, we did really a great job in this stage 4, and without any mistake. Yes, I'm really quite happy.
I will say that it was a good day. For me, it's the best stage about the landscape and the road book also. It's the best stage from the beginning, the nicest stage from the beginning. And I was a little bit scared this morning about the navigation, because yesterday David Castera told us at the briefing that should be the most difficult stage of the Dakar. But we did not make any big mistakes, and at the end I think we did a good job. We were not pushing too much in the stone to avoid the puncture, and finally the first day, we don't have any punctures.
Today we take care, we really careful in the stone, but sometimes we lose a lot of time, and just to save the tires. But okay, the last part, the 160, I was really pushing, and just to against times, what we lose in morning. Yes, just we need to respect, and sorry for Carlos, he take his 3 minutes, but today I take 5 minutes.
Things were far tougher for Janelle de Villiers and Alex Harrow. The stage was expected to be of the most difficult drivers would experience at this year's race, and it certainly lived up to its billing for the South African and his Spanish teammate. Their Hilux, numbered 304, came home in 6th position, just over 18 minutes off the pace, to sit 7th overall. And the pair admitted that it was anything but easy.
Had 3 punctures, so 120 k's again with no wheels, so makes it very difficult. You know, you have to come off the gas because so many rocks here, and you know, in one place we got lost a little bit. So not a perfect day, but anyway, at least it was a very, very difficult stage.
We have to be really careful the last 120 k's or 150 k's with not spare tires. Okay, we are here, we're at the end. We have to continue fighting. It's not other things to do.
Similarly, Bernard ten Brink and Tom Colstool had an even more arduous experience. The longtime friends fell victim to numerous setbacks during their journey, but they still managed to finish the stage in 7th place. Despite being very ill, Ten Brinker took the pair to 8th overall in the standings.
He ended up with a gearbox problem. We're not exactly sure what it is. He's coming in now, but he finished the stage 44 minutes down on the overall standing. So I'm not exactly sure what position he finished for the day, but considering what happened, I think we got off pretty lightly.
Until the second neutralization was actually quite good. We just had one puncture before the last neutralization, and we were 5th, I think, on the stage. Everything went well, considering the fact that Bernard got up pretty sick today. But the last part was just a part too much for him. We had another 3 punctures. We have now problems with the gearbox as well. It was just 100 k's too much for the sick Bernard. Yeah.
Fernando Alonso and Mark Comer, meanwhile, enjoyed a far happier outing in the 3-1-0 Hilux. Having been one of the early starters, the pair too had their problems, but given that they had overcome the worst a few days earlier, confidence and skill were increasing with each passing kilometre. It was to be lucky number 13th position for them, while they climbed to 20th overall, just under 3 hours adrift of top spot.
Not an easy day. I think probably was my most stressful stage I ever done. You know, from first time I've been in the car, testing and racing. I think today was above any other expectation. Very tricky navigation, a lot of rocky places. We had 3 punctures quite soon in the stage, and then we did 150 k's with no spare tire. So we had to drive quite carefully in the last 150 k's. And as I said, you know, so much stress. I enjoy now that I'm here, but very demanding.
With the 2020 Dakar Rally a third of the way through, competitors head into stage 5 amidst sandy surroundings. Humongous rocks will serve as landmarks to avoid costly navigation mistakes, while gigantic sandy hills stand to attention in front of the drivers. The descents, occasionally scattered with desert grass, will require even more advanced driving skills in a 353-kilometer trek from Al Ula to Ha'il.
Some days are tougher than others for the mechanics, and loop stages like day 3 means that they don't have to move anywhere. The bivouac stays in the same place. But once the cars arrive back from the stage, it's all hands to the pump.
The technicians do have a checklist. As soon as the cars come in, remember the technicians start the job, and then afterwards we get reports back from the driver and we get the data logging analysed. If they are complaining that there was one missed gear shift in the whole day's racing, we would actually strip the gearbox to inspect this. It's the first job for the technicians. Car on the jacks, check all the ball joints. The second check for the guys is mechanical noise. So we run the car, we run it in gear, listening to all of the aspects of the car. Every nut and bolt on the car is checked for torque, the marks are checked, and this is really important to show us if anything's moving in the car. Another check for the guys is we have to inspect the brakes properly. This is a real key aspect. The brakes are really working hard. So there's 4 technicians, mechanics dedicated to a car. It's very important they work as a team.